Hello guys, today we're gonna model this scene, but I already recorded it as time lapse because I made it at midnight. Okay, now what we're gonna do is preparing the perspective. Okay, that's so important because you can use FSpy. There are some couple of add-ons for making this kind of perspective calculations, but it's not that you know it's not that necessary because if you have good vision for understanding perspective, you can make it. Now, as you can see, we are adding columns here, and I'm just checking everything is looking fine here. And yeah, the roof part is a little bit tricky because it's affecting the the end of the corridor. Okay, I was always checking that, and it was a little bit tricky because it's not fitting exactly, but I found a good way. You're gonna see that, and now the columns are ready, and now I'm checking the the right the right part of the column. Okay, that's little bit, you can find some clues about the perspective. And now I am, what is this areas mean? I don't know. It's like, open space, maybe we can call it. And you can also check it if it's in the middle of the scene or not. That's so easy to understand the perspective. It's all about perspective. If you are trying to replicate some images like this, always check for clues. Okay, that's all important thing for the scene. Okay, now we're gonna make this area, the area on the left for the man, and we need a corridor. But you're gonna see some interesting situations because it's kind of interesting place here, and the light is go inside from everywhere. You're gonna see that. Yeah, now I'm making the corridor here. I'm choosing the vertices with X-ray vision. Don't forget that. Alt Z. I can write it. Okay, if you press Alt Z, you can activate X-ray vision and you can choose the part for the invisible areas here. That's the most situation we have, because I'm trying to look from this camera here. And yeah, I spent most of my time with setting perspective, and you know I'm still trying to get same distance with the last corridor. And the height is so important because I just need, I'm just checking everywhere from top and left and right. It was a little bit tricky, but you can use FSpy, but you need to know how to fix it yourself. Okay, you should be available for having same exact scene with yourself. Okay, with your own skills. That's so important. Don't rely on add-ons at the first beginning of your career. Now, as you can see, I realized that I had lots of columns and I just needed to delete them, and it should be a little bit more thicker. By the way, I'm making them like scaling up with individual origins. Okay, I'm using individual origins for, scaling up and down each object itself. Okay, so it's a little bit important because, I don't want to make it like bounding box and like this. sometimes you want to have scale up and down individually, so it's up there, okay? And now it's still perspective fitting. And yeah, wait a minute, stop. What kind of tutorial is this? I'm yelling at myself. Okay, now I just made them in collection, move to collection. Okay, I'm gonna show it with the screenshots. You can find it at object menu and the collection and move the collection. Okay, I'm using my own shortcut, and you know, it's left arrow and right arrow on the right side of the shift. I don't know what is this name for object. So if you move the collection, I'm using my custom shortcut, but these are standard Blender shortcuts. So in this case, it's M. Okay, move to collection is M for the standard. I I just changed it to standard for explaining to you in this timeless videos. Maybe you like it better and we keep making it like this, because you can see the standard shortcuts for, you know, this. Okay, you can find it here. Okay, so for example, you can choose some object and you can create new collection and remove from collection. Like, you know, you selected one object and you don't want it at the current collection, just go here or use this shortcut here and you can just remove it from the collection. Okay, this section is so useful for making it in a group way and, you know, tie the style maybe. Okay, we can keep moving. Yeah, now we are making some perspective still, because, you know, I'm just checking this open space is a little bit small and it can be a little bit different from the reference. I don't want that. And look at this now. I'm also preparing the corridor. That's another problem because of this lens and focal length, you know. Okay, what's next? I'm opening the cavity here. You can see that. And I like to work with like that because, you know, as you can see, we have some shadows and the ridge and valley. It's like more distinctive and the objects are not looking overlapped. Okay, you can use it, so useful. Now I'm adding edge loops. Let me show you. You can find it in the edge section here. Okay, it's loop, cut and slide. I'm always saying that I'm adding edge loop, edge loop, edge loop, but it's loop, cut and slide. Okay, you know, the first click is adding the loop cut, and if you scroll your mouse like up and down, you can scroll and slide the loop cut. Okay, now I want to explain some couple of different situations here. Like, for example, you can also extrude edges, but I don't prefer that. You can use E for it. You can bevel edges. You can also use it from the section here, and the green ones. My cursor is not visible, I think, right now. Yeah, these green tools are making same you know, making same operations, and just play with this section. Okay, if you want to improve yourself, just understand how it's working. For example, edge slide is useful. You can use G for its standard shortcut. You can slide it, and you know, there are lots of things here. I suggest you to search everything. Okay, in the menu you can just search it on the Google. What is for these buttons, these, you know, menus? I suggest you to learn face menu, edge menu, vertex menu and object menu. Okay, you know, it's basic for modeling and, you know, making shapes like this. Okay, now I'm adding a loop cut with Control R, and I'm just setting the thickness. And I didn't understand that, but there was a problem and I couldn't make it like this because the individual origins was active. I showed it to you. It should be in the bounding box center. That was my fault, and I deal with it so much time. And yeah, we're gonna have details right now. I'm selecting the, wait a minute. Okay, I'm selecting loop, these loops here, with Alt, Shift, and left mouse click. Okay, for the first click, it may not work, but if you click once more, you're gonna select the loop here. You can select the edges like this. You can select edge loop, you can select face loops. Okay, so that's what I'm doing here, and I'm gonna make some extrude along face normals. Let me show it to you too. Okay, it's in the face menu and you can find that extrude faces along normals. It makes some, you know, something like this, with each of the faces will go inside or outside in its normals. Okay, it's along normals, that's why this is the name for it. Yeah, I made it like this, and I'm just trying to add some details. Okay, and what's next? Yeah, do you see it's like, it's looking like the plates. Okay, I just felt that. I was trying that, but after that I realized it's gonna be so much effort, and I just canceled that. I'm gonna make some loop cut as I did in the first one, and look what I'm gonna do right now. Yeah, now slides are ready. Extrude face along normals like I did, and yeah, it's ready. Now we're gonna get rid of all of the columns, but there's a shortcut for select the collection with Shift G. Okay, if you press Shift G and select the collection, you can select all objects in that collection, that specific collection. Okay, let me write it, please. Maybe I can write it when I'm talking. Select grouped Shift G. Okay, maybe you couldn't understand me. It's this. What kind of this it's this. Okay, stop joking. Now I select grouped with the collection, because selecting it one by one, it's like nightmare. And if you use something like that, you can find it at the menus, by the way. And I just duplicate it. I think, wait a minute, we missed some little part. Okay. Now I link the object here to the first one, and everything goes like this. You know, it was sharing the old data. So I'm just selected all the collection, all the columns, I'm sorry, and I linked it to the first one. Okay. Okay, let me explain. I selected all columns first, and after that, the target object will be last. Okay, so I selected all, and after that, I clicked on the target reference object and go to object, link transfer data, and link object data. If you press that, the link object data, it's gonna, like, you know, clone. Okay, you're gonna make them like clones for the reference object, and whenever you play with the reference object, every object will be changed according to your edits. Okay, that's so simple. So, maybe you can use it like more complex, decorations, and everything will be same. So you don't want to play with each of them one by one. That's like horrible situation. So you can use it. For example, you have different kind of objects, and but you want to use the same materials. So in that case, look at that, link materials. So you can select the objects, and the last one, that's important. The last one will be reference object. It's gonna be like a light orange color, as you can see at the background here. And you're gonna link materials. Every object you selected will copy, will get reference from that core object. Okay, it's working like this, and you can just see the other selections here. For example, you have maybe some complicated modifiers in one object, like bevel, maybe subdivision surface. You have tons of different modifiers, and in that case, just select that in the same order and click copy modifiers, and all objects will have the same modifiers exactly. Okay, now we can keep working, keep watching. All right, as you can see, it's so same actions most of time. I add loop cut and extrude face along normals. I'm just making little bit detailed way. Do you see that? I'm still not that happy with that open space. It was like nightmare for me. Yeah, you can feel that. Actually, these moments are my fault, because I was thinking that there's some step here, but it was flat. It was one piece, and it may be a little bit disappointed because I just needed to fix it. I don't know how this one is broke. Oh, another good trick here. How did I snap it? Let me show it to you. Okay, first of all, you need to change it, the snapping here. You can find it here on the top. Go to vertex, okay? It's gonna snap to just vertices. How you can use it? Just select one vertex here on the object and hold Control, and just roll over the reference vertex. Okay, for example, let me explain to you with my fingers. This is the vertex. You want to have it like this. Okay, wait a minute. Okay, my phone was ringing. This is the reference vertex here. Yeah, this one. And we want to move it just like this in the same line here. Okay, so hold Control and just roll over this vertex here with your mouse, and your object will snap it. But it's in the Z-axis. You can see that it's blue one, the Z-axis, and you need to slide it in that axis and hold Control, and it's gonna snap. Okay, so if you snap the face, you can just snap whole surface of any space or any face. Okay, you can snap the edge. For example, this is edge, and this is the edge I have. It's gonna snap like this in the Z-axis, maybe like what axis, I don't know. It's just gonna snap. What kind of tutorial is this? Yeah, I hate time-lapse tutorials, but yeah, I just have to work at midnight. It was urgent project, and I just wanted to like this. Okay, by the way, there's another important point, that don't turn on that magnet here. Okay, let me make it bigger like this. Don't turn on this magnet, because it's gonna snap automatically, and you don't want that. I'm sorry, you don't want that, because whenever you move your cursor, it's gonna snap everywhere like crazy. It's gonna snap there, 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 there. No, 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 no. That's like so much bad situation. Keep working. Now I just snapped and fixed it. Okay. The corridor. Yeah. Edge cut here, loop cut, I'm sorry. I'm selecting loop and extrude face along normals. That's it. Yeah, we're gonna make these intersections for the LED lights, but I just wanted to work one by one. I trust my eye calculations, and yeah, I can do it. It was so similar. By the way, you can make it exactly in the same distance with using some reference boxes. You can just place a box between those, space. You can make even inner spaces with reference box, okay? You can think about it like the real life, maybe some carpenters are using some, wood box and placing it to the holes and just checking if it's in the same distance. We have stairs here, okay. It was barely visible and I just realized that there are some stairs. It's like a little bit creepy corridor, by the way. Okay, I'm extending it with X-ray vision, Alt-Z, and I'm using this plates on the air. Is it airspace? I don't know. Is it free open space? Let's say open space. Okay. You know how this the plates, the square plates, you can see that in the real life, like they are placing it to the wall, like for decorations, maybe marble, ceramic, and yeah, there's overlapping objects here. I selected the overlapped plates or squares, I don't know. Yeah, now another problem is this camera, this AI generated image was like panoramic, and my camera was not like that. So I just tried a couple of different angle, because it's almost like panoramic. It can see the left side and the right side at the same time. It's wide angle, okay? So you can change focal length, you can see more, you can change in the camera settings, okay? So I'm still working on the columns because I'm not happy. I can't be that happy so fast. I can feel the wrong, alignments and proportions. I don't like that. I'm selecting all and deselecting all with the lasso tool. You can find it at the left side. Also, you can use Control Shift and right mouse. You can just select with the lasso or deselect with the lasso. Okay, now look at this. I just used panoramic camera here. It didn't work well. I just changed it to perspective. I'm in the cycles mode. By the way, I'm using Blender Kit. Okay, that's the add-on. It's free and there are paid materials, but also you can use free ones. It's like community with the designers supporting themselves. So I'm also thinking to give some models and some scenes maybe. I liked it. Blender Kit. Okay. So I'm using some HDR from it. Yeah. Now, as you can see, the corridor and the overall area is in the shadow, with the dark shadow actually. So I just need to close all the empty spaces because I was working roughly and there was some open spaces. if you are working with the HDR, it's gonna receive the light from everywhere. Okay, look at this, it's so bright because there are lots of empty spaces, open, open unconnected spaces here, and I just try to fix it. Now, yeah, I need a concrete. I'm gonna try lots of times. I'm sorry for that. It's like light gray, but also it's in the shadow, so it's gonna be a little bit tricky. I'm just trying to setting the UV map, unwrapping, but it's not working exactly how I want. So I'm trying another one. Yeah, this one. Now I'm just trying, it's repeating itself. I didn't want that, so I'm just gonna cut it from that place. Okay, one loop cut here. So I'm just only selecting the closer ones and cube projection, make them bigger. Okay, you're gonna see the difference here. Look at this. I'm using the perspective, so the closer ones will be so high detailed, and the far distance places will be, low quality. Your low quality UV maps. It's like cheating, but I just want to have high quality and so crisp textures for the close distance. Now, I couldn't decide if it's metal or brushed metal or marble. I couldn't decide it, and I just played with the objects. Yeah, look at this. I'm trying a couple of different materials here. I'm playing with the colors, but I'm not happy because it should be light gray. Okay, you see that the yellow things here, it's all about the images and colors. Just keep that in your mind. If you see some nodes with the yellow color, it's all about hue, saturation, or multiply, mix. It's all about the color and images. Okay, now as you can see, it's getting better. I just made some fixing, but let me give you a spoiler. I'm gonna change it. Okay. Yeah. Now, if you realize that the light was already so cool, I wasn't expecting that. Okay. The open space have good amount light, and I just wanted to increase the dramatic shadows with extra area light. So I just hide it. Okay. It's like hiding in the roof, and I increase the power. Now look at this. We have more shadows with the column on the background here. Yeah, I still playing with it. Yeah. No way. Yeah, I just decided that it's like brushed metal. Okay, I it's not looking like concrete. What you think? And I just found a good one. I'm searching for the polished and brushed, but I don't want not much, scratch, not much, details, bumps. No, just plain and brushed metal. I found this and tried this. It's almost like pure metal. By the way, you can increase and decrease the roughness with color map. That's another way. You can see it on my previous tutorials. I'm playing with it so much. I didn't like this material here because, there's no detail here. I just played with the normal map. It's like the simple plain material here. Yeah. I'm also playing with UV map, and I'm scaling down and up. Did you see that? It's brightness and contrast node. You can find it. I'm just connected it with the between the image and the BSDF node here, and it's now a little bit more light gray. That's exactly what I want. Oh yeah, now I just found it. I just found this material, and it's not same, you know, same roof, but I just cheated it with, I just squeezed it like, you know, dance, what is this, dance lines here on the roof. Yeah, I'm just making some simple fixing, and I just started to working on column here. Now we're gonna make some neon lights or LED lights here. LED light district. LED light district. Okay. There are white LED lights on that district. LED white light. Okay. Now, yeah, I just like the amount of the darkness for the corridor. It shows us that there's no open space for the light, you know, intake. And yeah, now I can make, yeah, I'm just fixing that kind of little details. It was not going like whole from top to the down, and I just made just small areas. I don't know. Yeah, you can see it on the ground. Yeah, the problem is when I increase the power of the light, the corridor turns into, you know, so bright place. Yeah, that was a problem because, you know, the problem of the AI is this, you know, it's not realistic lighting. You can see how it's looking in the real life, okay? So I'm just increasing it. The whole area, it's so looking so bright, but in the reference image, it's dark. It's not possible. Okay. Yep. I'm also playing with the other materials, but I just wanted to make a trick and, you know, cheating, because it was impossible to make it dark. So I just played with the metal, you know, the wall material, and made it dark, and it's a little bit cheating. Yeah, the stairs. It's going nowhere. Just don't tell anybody. It's not going anywhere. Okay. Now, I thought that there's an empty hole here on the ground, but it look at this. It's almost like canal. you can place pipes, and I just didn't like that. I'm selecting the loops with, you know, Alt Shift left mouse and squeezing them for the just little empty spaces. Yep. I'm preparing and fixing UV map sizes here. There are also LED lights in that columns. Yeah, it was so easy to edit here. You know, everything has changed because all of these other columns link to the first one. Okay, that's the link material, and object works like that. Now I'm using Mixamo character, which I already downloaded. So I'm gonna replicate the man here with the jacket, but I'm using this one here. He's walking like this and listening music. Yeah. Where are you going, man? It's like white LED light district, white ones, because you know the red ones a little bit problematic district. I'm just stuck here, okay? White LED light district, white LED light. Okay, another one, another person, and I just changed the materials as black and not reflective. You're gonna see that because I just want to use them as silhouettes. Okay, I don't need that with the colors of the clothes, and you know, you can draw it in the Photoshop. Yeah, you can make it. I'm disconnecting alpha and playing with the roughness and base color. Now it's like it's like cheap way of the making silhouettes, but you know, it's not looking bad. Yeah. If you realize that the first person has little bit, you know, the reflection on his body because it's so close to open space, okay? Now I'm changing the render settings like, you know, 3000, and yeah, you can copy that. Now I took render. I just made some edit with the camera raw filter. Now I'm adding extra adjustments. We are in the Photoshop. My suggestion is never, wait a minute. My suggestion is never use pure black, okay? Because, you know, whenever you look at everywhere around, it's not pure black, okay? You can feel the volume here, just a little bit, you know, dark gray, maybe you can say that. So I'm making a little bit, you know, lighting it. Unfortunately, it's a bad trying for making it glowing. I didn't know, I don't know that why I didn't make it in the compositing in Blender. It was so simple. Yeah, just I could add glare node and that was it. Look at this, what am I doing here? So I'm not proud of myself. How did I forget that? I was actually not planning to make it like glowing. Yeah, look at this. Now just simple touching here. Okay. And some more details. By the way, I didn't like that things. The black lines. Yeah, you can make some fake lightings with new layers. You can add white lights and change the blending options. It's in the color dodge here. It's making pop up the light, and you can make some specific areas as dark. Yeah, that's it. You can change it. By the way, I just love the result here. I made it. Yeah, I'm not making this kind of, you know, this kind of scenes so much, but I just liked it. Yeah. That was it, guys. I hope you like it. And please like it, okay? Just please like it, okay? If you want to support me for free, yeah, everyone like free, just please like button and please support me, and I can work with motivation, and I can make this kind of scenes, maybe more architectural stuff. I can make interiors, by the way, and yeah, I just need your support with your likes. Just like that. You can see that button. Wait a minute. Okay, the last tutorial is this. You are going to the like button, you'll see, and if you click it, you're gonna like the video and you're gonna support me. Okay, that was a simple tutorial ever. just click that button. Okay, I'm not gonna swear for maybe damn button, whatever. And thank you for watching, and I'm gonna close the video just like this. Boy, just look at this. Thank you for watching, people. Now I'm gonna go that corridor and see you on the next video. Just support me. Bye bye. What kind of tutorial is this? Yeah, I like you. Bye bye.